that battle. Which reminds me of the Blu-ray HD DVD battle back in the day.
Yeah.
Like if you were to buy, I think it was Toshiba had the whole HD DVD thing. It became obsolete within 3 years.
Mm-hmm. Well, and a lot of those like streaming sites, even, everybody was buying their digital movies off of Vudu or Ultraviolet, and Ultraviolet just closed down.
Yeah, I
like
heard
just
that
recently it was one of them.
Suits and a couple other DVDs, if you bought them, you could get them digitally through Ultraviolet. And I had, some stuff on Ultraviolet. I never watched them, but...
Yeah, and well, the worst part is, if you don't blah, 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 you're going to lose it. But if you go into it, you can't download it.
Right.
Like there was no option to keep it. So it's like, well, thanks for telling me I'm screwed anyways. So
right, like I lost the DVD, and there was a reason it was on digitally through this, and
yeah,
if they could have like an archive of your stuff, that you'd still be able to access it.
Yeah, because
they could have been smart about that.
You bought it digitally. Some people bought it digitally, and some people bought the movie and then accessed the digital copy. Which was beneficial if you're traveling, but it's like, well, I can't download it, so it doesn't really help me digital-wise. Right. I mean, at least on Amazon and stuff, if you buy a movie digitally on Amazon, you could download it to your tablet, your phone, whatever, and then when you're offline, you can watch it. Or driving down the road or something, your kid can have, your tablet in airplane mode and watch a movie. So...
Which is perfect if you have TV in your car.
Well, I mean, bring the tablet.
Oh, I guess, yeah, there's iPads and stuff now.
Yeah.
Back in the day, it was very rare to have, TV in the car. That's like having mobile phones in the car.
Back in the day, we counted horses. Like, don't fucking tell me nothing. I'm not that old, I'm just saying, like, back in the day, when I was a kid, I used to pretend my finger was a laser, and I had to keep it over the trees, over signposts, like moving my hand up and down, drawing over the top. Like, you talk about bored, kids being bored nowadays, just go back 10 years. Talk about bored on a road.
I mean,
you got to drive 20, they can't go 20 miles down the road without wanting a tablet or something nowadays.
Right. I mean, I remember there was a time in my life, and this is going to sound super weird, but there was a time in my life when I would look at things and try to envision how you can make it perfect. And I mean, I lost this game almost every time, obviously. But like, letters or something that are up, I would look for the off part of it. The part that didn't make it perfect. Like there's a dent or, a scratch in the sign or, whatever. And I think that was me slowly developing my very, I'm very observative. Like I observe things, which probably isn't a word.
You're really grammarative too.
Oh yeah, grammarative. It's, how I do things.
That's not that weird. You want to hear weird? Here's some weird. Back when I was like 10 years old, I mean, I'm still into comics, so don't get me wrong. But back when I was 10 years old, I used to like try to catch the black line. Okay? Now, for anyone who doesn't know what the black line is, every cartoon you watch, you don't really notice it, but everything has a little black line around it. Everything. Your hand, the mouse, the computer, that picture, Garfield, everything has a black line around it. So when I was a kid, I would try to catch it in real life. Find the glitch in the Matrix. Look at my hand quick. Right. Flip it.
Where's the black line?
Looking for it. So you want to be weird. That's how you do it.
Which is fucking awesome.
When we were bored, we figured shit out. We did things to make less bored.
Shout out to my uncle who would always have a CD player, one that you literally had to keep still. It was like a square, and you couldn't move it, otherwise those. It would start skipping. It was like literally having a giant stereo system, but really small, that you couldn't move around. And then there was Game Boy.
I still have my Game Boy, and it still works.
Those things, is it real battery?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why it works.
Well, yeah. I mean, like the screen's not broken, nothing's screwed on it or anything like that.
That's cool.
I was playing some games on it. I still have a regular Nintendo I kick up for the kids. I mean, I have one cartridge with 500 games on it. So, I mean, that technology's there.
Wow.
You know, it's not one game, it's 500 complete games, and I'll throw that in, and the kids rock out on that 8-bit amazingness. So, that's pretty fun.
I remember that birthday gift you gave me of the 8-bit glasses.
Mm-hmm. My mannequin torso is wearing my pair.
Sexy fucker.
Draw that image, people. I have a torso of a male mannequin sitting on top of my 5-shelf bookshelf.
Which you've had for years.
2005, I believe I captured him and saved his life from the dumpster at Kohl's.
Of course you did. It's awesome because you've drawn on it. It's got some tattoos.
Oh, yeah. He looks pretty sweet.
Next tech news. Anybody with an Xbox One, you don't have an Xbox One, do you?
Of course I do.
What? Okay, so Xbox One is getting rid of Cortana.
Aww.
And they're redesigning their dashboard. Like, weren't they using, like, it was kind of
Did
similar
they-
to, like, a Windows phone?
Did they hear us in the last podcast bitching about the Windows screen? Like, that fucking sucks. 20 minutes. Okay, get rid of it. Jester doesn't like it.
Right. I mean, does anybody even have a Windows phone anymore? Do those still exist? Because, I mean,
I think they still exist.
the
Pretty
operating
sure.
system for it was awful. I mean, the tiles and stuff, I hated that. I mean, it
Yeah.
made more sense for, like, you know, maybe a computer or a tablet. But for a cell phone, not so much.
Yeah, when you look at like an Android phone, I mean, you have applications, so I mean, there's that, but it doesn't block your whole, like, what's the point of having a wallpaper if all the tiles are covering everything? Which is really kind of my only complaint. I mean, did it let you have folders? I don't even know. I think my cousin
I've never
had
played
Windows
around with
phone
a
at one
Windows phone.
point. I think she liked hers, but I don't know. What was that? You okay?
Yeah, I'm all right.
Over there.
Anyway. Anybody wants to know, I think you were talking about something.
Yeah, I there goes my train again, stealing all my thoughts. Real quick on Microsoft's gaming business. There's a decline in Fortnite, and it's hurting the gaming business for Microsoft.
I wonder if it's the Apex Legends.
The Xbox hardware sales plunged 48% annually. So I'm not sure. I mean, I know Baldur's Gate. Did that just come out, or did they just announced it's coming out? I thought they just released it. I don't remember anyone who played that back in the day was going to be all about that. So,
Well,
I mean,
what had-
I never really played. I never actually played Fortnite. I mean, I like PS4 games a little bit more than my Xbox. I mean, there's a few Xbox games that I'm waiting for. But
Right.
until they show up, I don't really have a reason. I still have Xbox Live. I mean, I'm still paying for that, but like my kids play the game Maw. I love the game Maw. That's fun. That's from I believe my 360 had that game, but it was transferable.
Which is a great segue into Gamers Corner. Beep-be-doo, beep-be-doo.
Pew pew.
So I had this thought earlier, because Madden is coming out soon. I've had pretty much every Madden. I really like the online, not playing people online, but doing the MUT, or the Madden Ultimate Team, where you can get cards of players and use them on your team. Like I had Reggie White in there, which was awesome. But I had a thought today since the new one's coming out, and I'm like, they should really allow you to play as the ref.
That'd be interesting.
Just like start throwing flags on the team, you know, and you have like a morale standard, and then they can ask you if you want to bet on the game. How much you want to bet on this game?
Like GTF football or GTA football.
Right. That would be great. Although,
I'd play then. I would.
The storylines that they put into the new Maddens are okay. I mean, the last one was called Long Shot, and you're a character from Texas, and you didn't get into the draft, and you have to work hard and, you know, play for an under team, and then you get called up, and you're like the greatest quarterback ever or some shit. I'm interested to see what they do with the next one, but I don't want... NBA 2K has done a really good job with their whole My Career stuff. Like, you start off in college, and then you play for the G League. Actually, you go to Japan first, and then you play for the G League, and then you get called up to your team, like, you get called up to the Lakers or something, or some really hot team, and you play in the very last game of the playoffs or something, and help them win. And then you have like a number one draft, or you know, you get to choose any team you want to go to, which I thought was an interesting backstory to play like a career mode in, you know, a sports game. Because I know a lot of people don't like playing online with other people. People fucking cheat all the time, which is great with the Madden Ultimate Team, because you can play all these different solo missions, which is against the computer. You know, and some of them are more challenging than the other, and you get rewards for them and stuff, and it's really fun. And I normally only play it during the football season, and then when my team loses, I quit playing.
Yeah. Well, I just want to say this. I mean, the best football game I've ever played was released in 1987, and it was called Tecmo Bowl.
I was just gonna say, you're talking about fucking Tecmo Bowl.
That's talk about trading teams. Fuck you. I'm playing as Bo. Can't catch me. Can't catch me.
Didn't they have little handhelds of Tecmo Bowl after a while?
I think they added it to like those fake stick Ataris that they released that had like 10 games built into it. I think they released it in there a couple times.
My favorite football game of all time is going to have to be Blitz, because it was like a mix with wrestling and football. Like, you can just go overboard and pile drive the person, and it was awesome.
I remember Blitz. That was fun.
But the originals, like Quarterback Club, that was for like N64. Brett Favre was always on the cover. So... should we talk about Fallout 76 a little bit?
Okay. What do you got?
Just why? Why did they make this game? No one asked for it.
We've touched on it a little bit, and the only thing I could say is Fallout 4 should have had a mod or an update for multiplayer, and that would have been golden.
Right.
You know, cancel the other mods, play co-op with a buddy, or, you know, 4 buddies, let's say. You know, group up as 4. Everybody has to own their own game, own PS4s, or have a buddy in the house, both playing on the same game, maybe split screen, you know, if you really wanted to get down to it. But, oh my God, yeah.
I really feel like
it was a headache.
76 literally started as a rough draft, and they've been slowly just trying to fix it. Because in the beginning, it was awful. Like, the amount of times you'd get kicked out, you'd put your stuff somewhere, and then you'd move it, and you'd get double the amount. I mean, it was just chaotic. In order to get, say, the neon lights for your house, holy crap. you could get
so much copper.
you could get it from the Wanderer,